I mean, you are not Kudus, but I mean, recently there's a rumor that some team.
If it's true, it will be a very tough decision for him.
Because Charlie,
I can't decide for him, but it will be a very, very tough decision for him.
Because you can either chase glory or chase.
Yes. So it depends on his people.
Charlie, right now with my 6-pack, if I get even 3 weeks contract in Dubai, I understand.
He's young.
I know, but
he's young. But if you watch the business model in the game now, football, although we are playing with his passion, but it's business.
It is.
Yeah, So if he wants to watch the business side,
yeah,
he's 22.
He is. But you see,
and he score more goals. For me, he can even. I won't decide. Decide.
No. I'm not asking you, and I'm very happy with the answer you've given because you've had to live through that,
and
you've had to make that decision.
And even when I was when I moved to the UAE internationally, my record was much better than when I was playing in Europe.
True.
I was scoring consistently for the national team because it was a challenge. The criticisms and everything. Sometimes criticisms is good. So I said, okay, let me prove these people wrong. What I'm capable of. Yeah. So when I went there, I didn't even sleep.
Yeah.
Running, always working out.
Yeah.
And it paid off.
Yeah. The reason why I wanted us to talk about this, and it's not really about Kudus, but it's just generally about footballers in their prime going to the Gulf. Currently, the Saudis are just throwing money at any good, decent talent they can find. And recently someone said this to me, says, do you remember Abu Dhabi? I was like, yeah. That was the only player who was anything close and probably even better than Patrick Vieira.
Asna.
Yeah. But Diaby's career was cut short because he was just unlucky with injuries.
Yeah.
So the guy was like, imagine if Diaby had a deal at the time he was at Arsenal and went and missed on $200 million and then had an injury. He would have gone home with a lot more money than he probably did. Because as a child, all I wanted to do was play football. And an uncle of mine says to me, "You is okay, continue the school." And he used an expression. He says, footballers are like race horses.
Yeah.
One day you're winning. One day you're near the finish line and you fall and break your leg. And that's the end of your career. So for young talent out there today, when they are playing, and they have an opportunity to either play in what people say, the more competitive leagues, and to go and play somewhere where you can come home and be comfortable.
Listen, in football, we have a very short career.
True.
Very, very short career. And sometimes, what I would say is, okay, let's take the English Premiership. It started from somewhere.
True.
They injected money into it. And people started moving there. This is what Saudi wants to do. Saudi wants to inject money. He wants to bring players to make sure their league become bigger. If you don't want it, it's your problem. Now the league is very, very competitive.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo is there. Ballon d'Or, current Ballon d'Or is there.
Right.
Benzema is there. Everybody, Neymar, everybody is there. Talking about the whole aspect, like football career. In Ghana, sometimes it's sad. I hear about some great footballers who are dead, but people don't know. Their families take care of them, their funeral and everything. There are a lot of players in this country who are dead that people don't know, who are going through a lot that people don't know. Where are the people? At the end of the day, it's your family. So it's your decision. You understand what I'm saying? So they can do the when the time is up, fine.
When you retire on your own.
In Ghana, they only mention my name when Blaster is playing. That's it. You see how it goes.
Because we remember what
so the rest is done. It's me and my family.
That's good.
When I go to restaurants, they will take pictures.
Yeah, the bill never broke.
Yeah, the baby.
In fact, they expect a big tip.
The picture there, they will take it.
That's a tip.
They sound your best the tape so I can. Oko Adoria. You will say, hey, you will
I will let chairman.
So all these things is about you. You know, people follow the masses, which is good. You know, you can follow the masses, you will see some advice and everything. But at the end of the day,
wow,
it's you. You know, so you take your decision. And I feel like people are watching the Premiership, they want to see you there. Personal interest.
When they move you to go, they should start watching the Saudi League.
Personal interest. They want to see you there. Why didn't you call? But when you go, you don't know. You know, so it's people.
I mean, the record speaks for itself. Your loan season, 18. Oh yeah,
okay, let's go.
18. No, I like the record though, boss. 18 games in your loan spell. 18 games, you scored 22 times, and then the season you played there, 65 games, 73. Pulling up a day. And at the time, as you said, you were really doing awesome for the Black Stars at the time. In fact, that was a period you scored against England.
Yes, and you know, football as a striker, you know, the more you score consistently, it becomes, your confidence level grows. You know, you can score from each angle. You can play good football. You know, that was how, because my club was a big club. You know, we had more quality players. I had more good players around me.
Yeah.
You know, so what I was doing is just doing the finishing touches. I didn't have to come deep. You know, sometimes I do come deep and do my defensive work and everything, but I was more sharp in front of goal. I had to just practice on my finishing because I had players around me that can do it. And this is what this generation are lacking.
I agree. We'll get into the original games. My final question about your career is your goal against England. In my opinion, it was the most difficult goal to score that I've ever seen you score.
Yes, and for me personally, that's my best goal.
I think so too.
That's my best goal.
But how did you manage that sort of composure? And this was at a time that Julian Lescott was a beast. You planted a foot and made the guy sit down. To the peg.
Charlie. That goal, you know, it was the later stages of the game. We were trailing by 1-0. You know, we did everything we could. We had a great second half. You know, first half wasn't bad, but the second half we dominated. We wanted to score, but we were trailing. You know, we did everything. At the end of the day, I was like, okay, sometimes you need to take responsibility. You know, so I just took it up on myself. I saw Inkum on the right. I could have given it to Inkum for a cross.
True.
But we had a lot of crosses, you know, going wayward and stuff.
And their centre backs were quite tall, so it was very difficult. Apart from you, I don't think there was anyone who was winning any of the aerial duels.
Yes. So I just took it up on myself. I was like, okay, 90th minute, just do something. So all what I was doing, I didn't see what I was doing. I did it, but.
So like you said, you get to
it was like
second nature.
Yeah, I didn't see what I was doing till I